I want to talk about your new book, Strategic. The subtitle is The Skill to Set Direction, Create Advantage, and Achieve Executive Excellence. What do you mean the skill? Most people don't think of strategy as a skill.
Well, when we think about strategic, and if you look in the dictionary, the definition is of or relating to strategy. So not necessarily really helpful to the working person out there. So I've tried to define strategic in a little bit more useful way, hopefully, as possessing insight that leads to advantage. So when we think about strategic, let's say a strategic plan, a plan can possess insight that leads to advantage. And that's ideally what a good plan does. A person can be strategic. They can possess insight that leads to advantage. And so the question then becomes, how do we possess that insight? How do we gain that insight? And so what I've tried to do is really break that down into some tangible skills that people can use to be more strategic. Because oftentimes, and I'm sure you hear this as well, Bryce, people say, well, being strategic, you're either born with that or you're not. It's not something that we can teach. I can't teach Marsha or Bill to be strategic. And, the research shows that you can move people to be more strategic if they practice it and they have the baseline knowledge. So that's really what we're trying to get here is, doing things like situational awareness, asking good questions, being able to assess the competitive landscape, being able to diagnose a business model. These are all tangible skills that relate to being and help you become more strategic.
I love that. And I love what you said about people can do these things if they practice them. Mm-hmm. I had an experience when I was a young reporter that has stuck with me my whole life. I was a bureau chief for McClatchy up in the Sierra Nevada mountains, and a new golf course had just opened in the area that I covered, and they had very high end golf course, and they had got Patty Sheehan as the resident pro, and at the time she was the LPGA leader, and so to publicize the opening of the golf course, I got to play a round of golf with Patty Sheehan, which was the most humiliating experience of my entire life. And if you ever want to cure yourself of the desire to play golf, play golf with the LPGA leader. And I'm not a very good golfer to begin with. But about halfway through our game, I just watched her, do basically Babe Ruth's called shot of saying, there's a dog leg on this hole here. I'm gonna hit this ball and it's gonna go around the trees here and end up right in the middle. And of course, it did exactly what she said.
Right.
And I just was like, I give up. And she said, why? And I said, because there's no way I could ever do that. Right. And she said, that's not true. She said, you could do that. She said, you could do every shot that I've done today. And she said, you could do it if you do what I do. Mm-hmm. She said, I hit 300 balls a day. I hit 300 balls a day, 365 days a year. I hit 300 balls a day when it's raining. I hit 300 balls a day when it's snowing. I hit 300 balls a day in the middle of summer when it's 118 degrees where I'm at. I hit 300 balls a day on my birthday. I hit 300 balls a day on Christmas. Mm-hmm. She said, if you hit 300 balls a day, you will be able to hit shots like that every time.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure if I, could ever be I think it would take more than 300 balls to be as good as Patty Sheehan, but her point is well taken. And it's not just about golf. It's about any skill in life. It comes down to the commitment, the investment and practice in developing these skills.